Welcome back to the channel. So today I've got the 2021 M3 competition. It's in a really interesting color called Oxide Grey, which I believe is new. So it's a really light gray, sort of a silver color, but in the sun you got some, looks like some gold flakes that bring out sort of a bronze tinge to it. So not quite like Alvite or Champagne quartz, but it looks really good in the sun. So specs for this one, you know, powered by the S58 with 503 horsepower and 479 torques, as the boys from the Grand Tour would say. This one light on options, so it doesn't have the executive package. You see right in front there's no laser lights. It sort of maybe looks like a little bit different shape to the halos, or angel eyes as they once were called. And this one also has the shadowline light, so you can see sort of a black outline of the headlights. The same thing is available on the M5 and M5 Comp, brought over to the M3 and M4. So this one's also got the driver assistant professional package. You can tell that by that big sort of radar thingy here. So it also has what they call shadowline delete. You're probably wondering, what does that actually do? So one difference here is the body color mirror caps. So in competition form, usually if you don't opt for that, you get that in black. Got our side gills too as well. Out back, your spoiler is body color rather than the gloss black. And the other big difference, as far as I can tell, is the exhaust tips. They are finished in chrome rather than, I guess it's black chrome. But other than that, it's the same thing. Just sort of, I don't know, getting more towards just the regular M3. See, the badging is still there. But other than that, there's not really a lot of visual cues to what options you have. Let's see, what else we got here? So we got the 826M wheels in bicolor, it looks like, as well as the gigantic front calipers, 6-piston calipers in black. That is an option, so you can also choose between red and blue. And of course, the carbon ceramics come in gold. We'll have one of those cars coming in shortly, so we'll show you the carbon ceramic brakes. So, as we did mention, no executive package, so that means no heads-up display, and also no Harman Kardon sound. So M3 Comp on the side, so that still has a protective tape on it, so not taken off. Inside, the standard M Sport seats, which are quite comfortable. So I mentioned before, I think maybe slightly narrower than the previous generation competition seats, but still well bolstered on the thighs here and the sides. Shoulders, I think, are a little bit better than the previous generation. So carbon fiber interior trim does get you the carbon fiber on the steering wheel. So keep that in mind. If you like the carbon fiber on the steering wheel, make sure you get the carbon fiber interior trim. Standard buttons here, M1 and M2. We've all gone through that. So it does not have the M-Drive Professional, so no drift analyzer in this one, or the integrated lap timer. So do plan to show you guys how that lap timer works. All right, so addendum on the Harman Kardon. It does come with it standard. So that was my fault for not remembering these things here. So it does come with the Harman Kardon sound system standard. For the exact package, basically it's the laser lights and the heads-up display, which is absent here. Plus, I think the wireless charging, if you like that. Fastest charging is obviously going to come from plugging it in, not through the standard USB, but USB-C. That's the fastest charging available on the car. So other than that, basically the same thing as any other M3, M4 that we've shown so far. Again, sort of the tame interior with a black, sort of a safe color, if you will. So let's take a look at the back seat as well. It's a nice touches with the M stripes stitching in the seat belts in the rear. So an improvement over a previous generation when it's only the front seats. So back seat room, I think, is pretty decent. I think it's on par. Obviously pretty good, decent knee room. But you'll have much more knee room should you opt for the optional carbon bucket seats. So not only do they save weight, they also save space. So you'll get more knee room, leg room. Plus you'll sit lower in this car than you would with the standard M Sport seat. So the carbon buckets are much lower. Headroom, it's not bad back here. So I'm fully seated. A little bit of room, maybe about 2, maybe 3 fingers of space there. So not bad at all. So here's what the view looks like from the rear passenger seats. So standard iDrive 7 that you got. Rear seat climate control, plus 2 USB-C ports in the back. But that's about it for the quick tour. We'll take a look under the engine bay as well. Alright, so under the hood, looks a lot different than the previous generation. So obviously the big thing missing here is that carbon fiber sort of ribbon strut brace. That is replaced by, looks like a steel strut brace down here. Of course, the B58 engine, inline 6-cylinder, twin turbo engine. You have this nice strut brace going across, but weirdly it goes, I noticed this in the X3 MX where it goes across the engine there, so that's what makes the engine cover look a little weird. So that's what it looks like under the hood. And of course, your giant grills that go back to the heritage of BMW with a 328 from the, I think, 1930s, early 40s. All right, so that's a quick tour of the M3 competition. We'll be getting more M3s in. So we got roughly equal allocations between the M3 and M4s. The M4s has just been showing up a little bit quicker. So as we get them, I'll try and grab them and get them at least on video, if not pictures as well. So you can subscribe to us over on Facebook, or should be like us on Facebook and like us on Instagram, follow us on Instagram, BMW Mountain View on Instagram, BMW of Mountain View on Facebook, and of course our YouTube channel. So any questions about the cars, just drop them in the comments. If you want to see something or figure out how a feature works, again, drop in the comments. We'll do our best to answer you in another video.